So a pretty big change actually just ended up kind of coming around for our specific iPhone 15 Pros that could be coming out very, very soon. And this is actually with the build quality and the hardware of the iPhone 15 Pro. So what Apple pretty much did with the 14 Pro and even with the 13 Pro a little bit, but I noticed it with the 14 Pro and Pro Max, those iPhones were so heavy it was not even funny. Those were very, very heavy devices. And although some people may prefer it, that was something that I actually did notice as soon as I picked that device up. But especially with the iPhone 14 Pro Max, that was a big iPhone that was very top heavy from what I was feeling. That iPhone, for better or for worse, anytime I would hold it, anytime I would do anything with it, I just felt like it was like falling behind. Like I just felt like I was about to tip it over. And even with the 14 Pro, that was mostly because of the camera sensors being so massive, but because that iPhone was so big. But now, there are some rumors stating that with the iPhone 15 Pro, these iPhones could actually end up being around 7 to 8% lighter than the iPhone 14 Pro. Now, some people may not like that because to a heavy phone to them, that may feel like that is the more premium device. And I think that's completely valid. But you have to remember that as iPhones get heavier and heavier, they just become almost, in my opinion, unbearable to use. I've used a lot of heavy phones before and I've owned a lot of heavy phones. And at a certain point, they are just like, you're just always afraid to use them. And if you drop them, I feel like because they're so much heavier, they can, inflict a lot more damage to the devices. But the top heaviness was the big thing that always threw me off with some of the later iPhones. But if these iPhones do end up bringing that titanium build quality, and if they strategically make it so the weight is a little bit more even and it's not as top heavy as it was before, well then I think they're going to have, in some ways, a smash hit from that build quality standpoint. If it's a little bit more durable, but also if the weight is a little bit more evenly distributed, I think that is going to be a really big asset for the iPhone 14, successor, which would be the 15 Pro. And I think that in and of itself would not be the reason why people would go and upgrade to an iPhone 15 Pro, but I think that would be a very, very good way for Apple to go ahead and kind of state that, hey, our phones are now more durable. Yes, we increased the price, but now the weight is evenly distributed. It's, lighter, but it's stronger. There's a lot of other things they can probably swing around to kind of make it sound like it's a better option, which it kind of is in my opinion. And that would be something that would be really awesome. And I think that, again, would be a really big asset for this type of phone. I think the weight thing, if they can just figure that out and make it a little bit more even, I think that would be awesome. I mentioned this last year when these phones came out too, that they were very top heavy, and I'm excited to see what Apple basically brings in this specific year. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.